Here I go again, boys. Your papa for the boys, your minstrel philosopher, banging out a tune of slippery question of divine proof, with all the wry self-mockery of a clown juggling unlit torches. Proof of God that doesn't beg the question? That's a tall order. Like asking me to dance a waltz without tripping over my own existential shoelaces. Begging the question, for those keeping score, means sneaking the conclusion into the premise, like saying, God exists because the universe is so perfect, only God would have made it. Which is just a theological pat on the back disguised as logic. So let's rummage through the cosmic attic for arguments that at least try to keep their hands clean. First up, the cosmological argument. The old first cause routine, everything's got a cause, right? The universe is here, so something must have kicked it off. Something uncaused, eternal, and, well, godlike. Aquinas loved this one, and it's got a certain charm, like a detective story where the butler didn't do it. It doesn't obviously assume God exists. It just points to a necessary starting point that lets you call it what you want. Skeptics, though, will roll their eyes and ask, why can't the universe itself be the uncaused cause? Of course, they would have to ignore the whole Big Bang Theory reasoning. Otherwise, fair point, but at least an argument doesn't smugly assume its own victory. Then there's a teleological argument, or the design gambit. The universe is so finely tuned, constants like gravity, and the strong nuclear force dialed just right for stars, planets, and us squabbling humans, that it looks like someone must have planned it. What with my cataract surgery, I have looked pretty closely at the eyeball and the human anatomy, and there is nothing so complex in all the universe that I can find as that single eyeball with all of its components and working parts. William Paley's watchmaker analogy is the poster child here. Find a watch on the beach and you assume a watchmaker, not random sand tinkering. This one's not explicitly circular, it's more about inferring a purposeful intelligence from complexity. But oh, the counterpunches. Evolution, multiverse theories, which are pretty silly when you actually look into them. Or just plain, maybe it's all luck, can take the wind out of its sails, but only slightly. Still, it's a contender that doesn't immediately eat its own tail. The moral argument tries its luck too. Humans have this pesky sense of objective morality. Killing's bad, kindness is good, even when nobody's watching. Where'd that come from? C.S. Lewis and pals argue it points to a moral lawgiver, a cosmic umpire setting the rules. It's not begging the question outright, as it starts from the observable, our moral intuitions, and infers a source. But atheists like Sam Harris can counter that morality is just a byproduct of evolution and social contracts. No divine referee needed. It's a fair fight, though, not a rigged one. Now here's where I, your bumbling song singer, admit one of these are slam dunk proofs. Actually, none of them are. They're more like building blocks, suggestive nudges, arrows pointing toward a God-shaped possibility without sneaking the deity into the premises. The cosmological argument leans on causality, the teleological on order, and the moral on conscience. None of them scream, God exists because God exists, but they're not bulletproof either. They invite debate, not surrender. Philosophers like Kant and Hume have been arm wrestling over these for centuries, and I'm just here dropping my guitar picks into the fray. Stumbling along, but not alone. We stumble together, boys. Think deeply. Don't give up. Keep on using that cognitive ability that only humans have, because that's what separates us from the animals. That's what God gave us. Papa, for the boys, signing off. Until the next